Everyone, this is Ep20, and welcome to episode 20 of Ep20's Let's Play series of FTB Skies. Today, getting ready to quickly throw together the chandelier thingy that I always make for AE2 assemblers, because it is honestly a pretty cool and efficient way to go about doing it. So between episodes, I made all the stuff that I needed, and then I figured I'd come in here and put it all together for you guys, just so you can see it. In case anyone here hasn't seen this before, it requires what I have in my inventory, so about 77 molecular assemblers and 32 pattern providers. And it's honestly a super space-efficient way to do multiple, and it looks cool too, dudes. So you start off with this, right? You've got your dense cables coming in. You branch off on each side here, and you can do this, you know, upside down, however you want, kind of. And then what you do is from here you place molecular assemblers kind of all around on this here level. Okay. And then once you have your molecular assemblers down, you do the same with your pattern providers. Cool. That's step one. And then step two is you put another dense cable coming down here. And then there, what you do is you place molecular assemblers all around the dense cable. And then pattern providers all around those. And now what you'll notice is that your pattern providers are each touching multiple molecular assemblers, so that they can craft multiple things at once. Once you add the coprocessors to the things. Cool. And then the next layer down, you're going to place a... Probably just going to have to break through here a little bit. But basically in the middle, you place one more molecular assembler. Okay. And then you place pattern providers all around that. Cool. And then on top of this pattern, it's going to look just like it did on the second layer, which is molecular assemblers here. And remember, molecular assemblers don't use a channel, they only use energy. And we've got 32 in total pattern providers. So, that's what's up. Pretty sure this is right. And if you did it correctly, you should have used all your pattern providers at this point. But you still have a ton of molecular assemblers, and those can go all around and surround all the pattern providers that you've got. So basically, put them like this. And just touch every spot, and then you should be cool. And again, the benefit being that, you know, let's say a pattern provider needs to craft 4 different things at the same time. They're touching 4 different molecular assemblers, so not a problem. Easy peasy. And that's how you build one of these chandelier dudes, which there's a post on Reddit that literally every time I go to play AE, I have to Google, because I never remember. I have to Google AE2 Chandelier, and then there's a Reddit post where somebody years ago designed this, and I found it and was like, hey, yeah, that's really cool and works really well. I'm going to use that in every Let's Play I do. And it just works. Perfect. Now, if you wanted to, and it's really not a bad idea to do so, but at this stage of the game, for me, it's not easy. But if you wanted to, a smart move at this point would be to go into the molecular assemblers and add accelerator cards so that they craft faster. Not a bad idea, right? Totally up to you if you want to take that route. Why do I feel like I'm missing a few? Oh, I know where these go. Yeah, I remember now. All 4 of these go on the bottom. That is going to take a long time to break. I need to remember which thing it is that gives me the ability to fly and not be affected by the fact that I'm flying for braking speed. But honestly, I don't remember. It's some enchant somewhere. And it's a mod that adds it. I forget which mod, so... Let's see. Alright, cool. And these last 4 can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Sweet. Alright, so that is a completed chandelier. It uses all 32 channels that the dense cable has available on it. So if you want to do another one of those, you're going to have to, you know, branch off a dedicated line on the controller. So that's that. So now we've got tons of auto crafting capability here, just tons and tons. It always feels like a lot, and then you fill it up. It's surprising how quickly this will fill up with auto craftings, but it's good to go. All right, the next task I'd like to knock out here is try to auto-craft Fluix, because that's going to be a thing we need to do. Then I want to get working on Nether Stars, and in order to do that, I think I want to get a decent weapon. This crystal sword looks like one of the better ones in the pack that I can find. You know, I think so, if I'm looking at it, right? So just kind of mousing over everything that's available, quick and easy, right? Refined Obsidian's pretty good, but Crystal's a little bit better in terms of attack damage. Otherwise, pretty similar. So I think I'll try and make this guy. He doesn't look too bad. I think I just need to get into some cyclic stuff. We will need... yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Liquid Slime, we can probably knock that out. I'm sure I can figure that out. Crystallized Amber, yeah, it's all doable, right? So we'll figure out how to put that together. And then I'd like to maybe get into some enchanting. But first, I want to try using pedestals to automate the Fluix creation process. Does that sound like a fun time? I hope so, because it's what we're doing. So in order to do this, what I think I need to do is have a block of water. So I'm going to enclose that in some clear glass, because that sounds fun to me. So let's get some water, and I want to see if this pedestals thing works the way I think it does, because if it does, it could be at least a little fun. So I'm going to place you... Okay, and then get rid of these guys. I need a better pickaxe, too. Are there any other paxels out there that I could get? I'm going to put that on my to-do list as well. There's refined obsidian. That's probably a good way to go, right? Yeah, that's got to be good. There's also netherite if I wanted to, but I don't know if I need that necessarily. But refined obsidian should be cool once we get into mechanism, of course. Netherite if I want to not get into mechanism right away, which I may or may not. I haven't decided yet. And then let's get our water in here. And then, you know what, I'm not sure, but I'm assuming that I'm going to want to do that, right? And then break it. So if I'm looking at this block at 165314, 155314, cool, yeah. And this is 14, and that's 16, so 15's in between the two of them. Sweet. Okay. So that, and then that is a good time. Okay. Now, what I'm going to want is a chest. Probably 2 of them. Right? Let's start with what's going to be an import and export chest here. And then we'll finalize this a little bit as we go. So what I'm going to want to do is say, let's export from... Take whatever in this chest, put it inside this pedestal, and then this one will magnet up from the area and dump it into this chest. Okay? Now, just thinking about that makes me realize that I probably need a second work area card here. So let's make that happen, right? So now I've got 2 work area cards for that spot. I don't know if there's a way to copy them. There might be. I don't know. Okay. So now you guys both work in that area. Boop. And boop. All right. And then you're going to drop her into that area. Anything that you get. And you're going to magnet from that area, but we're going to want to filter you, right? Incorrect cards needs a work area. Gave you a work area. You bum. Tool swapper, work tool. It needs a work area card? Okay, so let's do this. If I make a work area. You think I can make a work area be like 2 locations? Like 1 location at once? We'll see. Point 1 selected, point 2 selected. Seems like it works to me, right? Offhand it. There we go. That works. Cool. All right, but now I want the filter, right? So pedestal filter, item filter applies on inserting item stack filter. Durability filter is enchanted. All right, I'm assuming I just want item filter, right? So I need a filter tool. There we go. We'll get a base filter. And then an item filter. Do you, by chance, how does this work again? Yeah, how do I add to the filter? Offhand filters and right-click to switch types, crouch right-click to switch modes. Whitelist, blacklist, fluid, energy, experience, dust, item. That's neat. I like that. I just have to remember how to specify what's in the filter. Wasn't it something like... I know I'm going to need Fluix. Is it like something like this? Nope. I think it was something like put the item in the chest and then right-click it or something. Yeah, click on chest to set the contents of the filter. Maybe it has to be in my offhand when I do that. Filter changed. There we go. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, perfect. So then you're going to go on here, and now you're only allowed to pick up Fluix, in theory, right? So then we want to bind. You're going to receive from here, and you're going to receive from here, and you're going to import, right? Sweet. And then you're going to drop her, right? And then you're going to export upgrade. Now, why you no droppering? Don't tell me you can't drop her into water, because then I'm going to be upset. I ain't going to be happy. Well, if we want to test if the water is the problem, we remove the water, right? That's telling me something. All right, so then what if we, instead of having it be there, right, what we can do instead is let's remove the work tool. Right? And instead, we will click that work tool to remove the location. We'll have it go here, right? 1 block above. And then we will have water here. And then we can do glass with glass there. Is that cool? I really wanted it to be like all in one, but it looks like, unless there's some kind of like option that I can do on the dropper, that'll tell it like you're allowed to drop into water or something. But I doubt that that's a thing. I'm guessing what's happening here is the pedestal is just looking for air, and if it's not air, it won't drop it. I'm guessing, but honestly not sure. All right, so let's try this now. So you're gonna doot and then doot and then boop and then boop and then boop and then boop. That works pretty cool. All right, so now let's try this with charged redstone and quartz. Now, my suspicion is that you're only allowed to transfer one at a time here, right? So, oh no, you actually did do all 16. But you're only moving 4 at a time. Well, that's not too bad. You're only dropping 1 at a time, but I can increase that. And if I get close enough, it should give it to me, right? So give me that back. All right, now what we want to do is take this dropper, the work tool. Let's switch you to upgrade tool. Do that. And I have an Enderman that I need to murder. Excuse me for a moment. Thank you, Mr. Enderman. And then I want to come over here to this guy, and we're going to upgrade him, right? So the dropper tool goes in here, and if we look at the dropper tool, I should have looked at it while I had it, but that's fine. We can look at it from here. Range, XP capacity, area, speed, item capacity. Emerald block and chest will be plus 16 item capacity. So I'm thinking what that means is if I throw an emerald block and a chest on these pedestals, it will allow it to transfer plus 16 items at a time. Cool. Maybe. Item capacity increase 16. And if that's the case, that would be cool. Let's try that now, right? So if I give you 16 quartz, you're probably going to move 4 at a time here, but he's going to drop all 4 at once. Nice. Okay, cool. That's cool. Now, I'd like the transfer to also be 16 at once. It looks like it takes 16 out of the chest at a time, which is neat. But how do I get you to transfer faster? That is the question. I'm assuming that's what these guys are all about. Capacity augment. Increases item transfer rate by 4 by 16. So then if I put you on here, boop, and then I put like a stack in here, I think that's doing it. So that's going to move 16 items at a time, right? It's going to take 16 out of the chest at a time, and then it's going to put 16 over there at a time, and then it'll do that. And then we just have to see how many of these you can pick up at a time, because I might need to upgrade him to be able to pick up more than one item at once, because he's going to drop 16. He got all 16, so kudos to him. He just needs a capacity upgrade to be able to transfer 16 faster, and he seems to have no problem inserting. So I'm going to make another one of these, offhand it, do that, and then you're going to transfer all of that at once. So if I put you on there, so you're doing 20 at a time because it's base 4 plus the 16. And then he's inserting pretty quick. I think that's good enough, right? So now let's test this. You ready? So here's the real test. If I put these guys in here, and I can speed up the transfer rates. Remember, we can do speed upgrades. That ain't too shabby, right? That ain't too shabby. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. What do you guys... That's neat. Hello. What do you guys think? Is that cool? I feel like that's cool. What did I get? Oh, more kitty slippers. I already have those. I think that's kind of cool. I do. I think that's neat. I'm just debating, do I want like some speed upgrade type deal? Increases the number of stacks allowed in the pedestal. That could be cool. Oh, it needs netherite. That looked like way cheaper, is it me? way cheaper than doing it this way, right? That's 4 netherite to craft. That's 1 netherite to craft. And if I do it on crying obsidian, it's 2 storage augments. Let's give it a shot. So you'd be in my main hand. We do have some netherite. You're in the offhand, and I'm thinking we have crying obsidian. We don't have crying obsidian. Really? Can we get some? Did we really not find any of that yet? Let me go check up here. I feel like we have some. And this goes back to I really, really, really need to put these resources. See, I told you we had crying obsidian. I should really stick all these inside the AE system so that when I'm looking for stuff, I can find it. I know. It's a thing that I need to get around to doing. So then place you in the world and do that. Well, that ain't too terrible. All right. Now, just out of curiosity, if I put one of these on here and I put one of these on here, what's going to happen? If I did like you and you. Yeah, he doesn't seem like he's going to extract any faster. Okay. It was worth a shot though, right? Just to see. Tool swapper, filter tool, work tool, tag tool, upgrade tool. I wonder if I do this to get them off. Nope. Tag tool would be the only other thing, but I don't have any idea if that's right. Whatever. I could break it to get the thing back, but I don't feel like doing that. So we'll just leave it as is. The only other thing that we could do if we wanted to speed this up would be the speed augment. So now this, if I have an offhand diamond and a main hand and we right click on an obsidian, we'll get another speed augment too. That's way better than doing it this way. That's 4 diamond, right? Am I crazy, or is this is like way better crafting mechanic? And this would decrease the number of ticks between transfers by 2. This decreases by 4. And then this would decrease by 6. Okay, and then this would decrease by 8. So, I don't know. If we really wanted this to be faster, if it becomes a problem, I'll look at speeding it up. But I think for now, it's not necessary to speed it up, because if I want to speed up the dropper, I would have to do, I think, this. This would speed up how quickly it can drop items. And right now, it's not that slow. So I think we're cool. So let's do this. Let's get a... So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a pattern provider here. Okay. And your job will be to... If you sit here with a chest here, and this dude can be here with this, and there's my capacity, that, and I don't need that storage augment no more, right? And then you're receiving from here, linked successfully. Cool. So now if I did that, he should go boom to boom to boom. Easy peasy. All right. And then instead of you being the receiver, you would be here with this, and you would receive from that. Okay. So that now if I were to put a service quartz in here, he should go boom, boom, drop, pick up, insert, return inventory. Cool? And this chest has to be here because he won't be able to insert 3 stacks at a time into here. He might be able to if I put 2 capacity augments on him, I guess. Should we try it just to see? It's possible. So if I put 2 of those capacity augments on there, that would mean he can hold 3 stacks at a time. So he wouldn't need the upgrade anymore, right, for the import. But he would need the storage augment, increases number of stacks by 2. It still increases it by 1 at tier 2. All right, so I'm going to want maximum allowed to insert would be 7. Okay. So give me back... Yeah, I can break this. All right, so you're going to go there. And you're going to go there. And I don't think I need... Why do I have 2 of these? Or an extra one, I should say. Work locations card. Oh, that's right, because I needed the area card. Right. So if I were to put that on there, and then we want to link these again. Oh, that's right, and I want my capacity. Now he's going to transfer 16 at a time. Cool. So now the question is, if you've got 2 storage augments on you, does that mean you can hold 3 stacks? That's what we're about to find out. And the pattern provider should push it in. Let me just say Fluix crystal equals that. Should be cool, right? And then I just need to get you channels. How am I over here? I'm at 7. You transfer channels through this? I guess we'll find out, right? I'm hoping that you relay your channels through. And then what I can do... that. So now is Fluix craftable for me? Yes, it is. Okay, so if I said give me 10 Fluix, what happens? Oh, that seems like it might be working. It totally did that. And then it... So yeah, now the chest is no longer needable, right? That's cool. Let me try that one more time just to be sure, but I think that worked. Oh, you're... Oh, did it? Yeah, I think what it did... It wound up putting them into this pedestal as well. Which then immediately... Yeah. Yeah, that's not going to be great. Yeah, so it tried... It inserted them into this pedestal. Right. Wonder if there's a way to prevent that from happening with pedestals. I bet I could item filter it here, right? So if we got a chest... And let's let this craft think it's done. Thank you. If we got a chest and we put Fluix cards in here, and then we got another filter. Not create from pedestals. Item filter. That's what I'm looking for. In my offhand, I do this. Filter changed. Now he should only be allowed to accept Fluix, right? So now if I said, get me more Fluix crystals, he should no longer be allowed to... Yes, see? Now he didn't get any items. That's cool. That's cool. Ah, haha, it works. That'll do. That'll do. All right. Now the only thing I could maybe do is make those pedestal speed upgrades, right? So I just needed some obsidian, you said, and if I wanted to upgrade these in hand, right, that would make tier 2, and then to make tier 2, I need to combine a tier 2 and a diamond to make a tier 3. All right, so let's just do that. That shouldn't be too bad. And where does it go? The offhand is the diamond. So if I do that, that's a tier 2. That's a tier 3. That's a tier 4. And that's it, right? So now if I put that on here... Sweet. And now we said Fluix. He should transfer pretty quickly. The delay thereby is the delay that you're getting is probably the... Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. If I really want to speed things up, I'd probably have to give you a speed upgrade and you a speed upgrade. And also probably speed upgrade there's a lot of speed upgrades you'd have to apply there to get that thing much faster. But I think it's actually pretty good, right? So we've got Automated Fluix. That was fun. That was definitely fun. And that is a very different way than I've ever done it before. So hopefully you guys thought that was neat, because I actually did enjoy setting that up. And with that, it's wrapping up point. So let's wrap up here. Definitely had fun with pedestals today. That is a neat way to do it. The only thing I wish I could do is get it to land in the water directly, and then I wouldn't need that extra block space above, but that's all right. I'll live. Life goes on. Angry Enderman, though. I'll tell you guys, we're going to solve that problem one of these days. For now, though, it's wrapping up point. Daryl20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time. Like I said, my next goals are to get Nether stars going. And then what I'd like to do is probably start working on some of the side chapters and quests just to have fun playing with things. And then we're going to casually start working towards Overpowered and see what kind of cool ridiculousness we can get from this whole section. We're going to have to get some ridiculous power, like 100 billion RF, if we want to get to the end of this whole chapter here. But I want to see what that mycelial generator can do. I don't know how much it generates, but it's obviously going to need a lot of resources to get up and running, so we'll get there. For now, take it easy.